I wanted to go out myself and discover, if I could, why there's so many singles in America. Started in Florida because that's my base, in Tampa, and I did that because I'm there. But then I wanted to go to the major cities that I hear about, the places where I have a lot of clients. So Atlanta, naturally, because I've heard as high as 30-1 on the ratio of females to men. And then DC, because I have a lot of clients there. New Jersey and the New York area, several clients there. And now Houston, Dallas, and Los Angeles. So I kind of went to where I felt like were, problem cities, to where I have a lot of women coming to me from those areas saying, hey, there's no men here. We have individuals that make 30,000. We have individuals that make millions. And so, just all the way up, from teachers to celebrities, so that we can see if there's a common thread between the single lives or the relationship dynamics across the board, across all socioeconomic classes, and kind of see what picture it paints.
I've met so many women who haven't understood the idea of a man and what a man is. A good example of a man that it's almost like from that it births so many things. And if they don't know what a man is at home first, they could, they look for it in so many places or in other ways, and it's shaped and it looks completely opposite to what it's meant to be, but they give themselves to that, literally give themselves to what they think a man is.
I used to believe all men are dogs, but I used to believe that because I didn't grow up with a father. So in somewhere I felt, some abandonment, and that translated into the kind of men that I attracted. I attracted men who were not emotionally available or who were certain type of men. But I usually tell people, if you change your belief about that, you're gonna begin to see and open up space in your life to interact with men who aren't dogs.
Most brothers ain't being real with themselves in terms of what they want, because they just dibbling and dabbling. And a lot of these cats lie to get it. So when you lie to get it, you end up hurting somebody else's feelings, but you're still lying to yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you had a daughter, would you want somebody doing that to her?
In a relationship, you're taking up space and time, valuable time. Time is money. So if I waste 6-7 months with you, yeah, we had fun, but I could have had that same amount of fun by myself. Or taking that time and energy and put it into someone that was worth investing in. So my advice for the men is men need to also step up their game and set a bar for what type of woman you want, because you're gonna end up catching anything and just throwing it on your boat. You have a boat full of stinky fish.
I don't think they understand what a good woman and how that can better their life, their career, and anything that they want to do. A strong woman, a good woman, just makes life easier for a man.
I am still single because I don't want to be unhappy. Quite naturally, you can get married any day, and I have plenty of friends who are married and they're miserable, and they're out at the club, just pissed off at the world, dating and just doing whatever they got to do. But at the end of the day, I'm single because I know what kind of family dynamic I grew up in, and I know what kind of wife I want to bring into it.
Ain't never be ready. It just depends on the person, honestly. I just can't, just because I met somebody, I'm not going to be ready. I got to pan you out first, man, and just make sure that it's not a cover-up, because a lot of people be putting on fronts, so you got to make sure, boy.
I do believe that, a lot of men do ultimately want, that prize or whatever. But the problem is that they always feel like there's something better, that the grass is always greener. So while this woman, I got Halle Berry. So let me go and see if I can do something better than Halle. It's like, if I can get her, wow, who else can I get?
What's happening here in Atlanta, and it happens a lot of places, men have power. And it's like, when I'm ready, okay, I'm ready. Ma'am, you ready? All right, let's go.
I think most guys are afraid to commit to a real serious relationship. It's so much temptation that's out here, and it's easy to get caught up in the moment.
Men have finally realized it puts them in a great place, because if I can be in a situation where I don't have to make you my girlfriend or my wife to do this, to have sex with somebody else, and you know I'm probably talking to other people, I wouldn't be in a relationship. I often say if I was most of these guys out here, I'm not sure if I'd be in a relationship before the age of 40. Because I can get someone to treat me like their husband, or I can get someone to treat me like their boyfriend without having to actually make that kind of commitment.
I mean, literally, I know some dudes out here that's like late 30s and they still party, they still kicking it. They either been married and divorced, or they're not even trying to get married, because out here there's no incentive to do it if that's not what you want.
There's so many good women out here that as soon as you do something to get on my nerve, I know it's another chicken around the corner. And if I just put in work for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Just really go back to the values of respecting yourself. Dang, I'm throwing away my player card.
More women need to stand up and be like, no, I'm not taking this. And when he tries to go to Tasha, she's like, no, you can't bring that mess over here neither. So, I mean, it's just like, if every time he tries to go somewhere, somebody has a standard for themselves, then that's going to make them have to step it up, or they're not going to have nobody. They're not going to be able to be with anybody. They're not going to be able to have even the quantity out there, because even they are, raising themselves to be quality.
I would agree that a lot of women are frustrated. We sit around, we talk to our girlfriends. Our girlfriends may have a guy, then they may not have a guy, or they may, break up and get back together or whatever. But, when you reach a certain point in your life, and, we've all been dating since elementary school, like literally, like we've had my first boyfriend's like in first grade. So, but, we're taught to get out, get your education and, do that and, make sure you're good and don't need a guy for anything. You don't want to be needy in that way. So there is a point where we're like, literally like, where is he already? Like, where is he? I've done this, I've taken care of myself, I've worked out, my hair is done, my nails are done, and like, where is he?
It could all be simple, but we make it so hard. Find that true lover, gotta find that one lover, yeah. It could all be simple, if heartbreak was painted.
The dating well in New York is like South African jungle. You ever watch like Animal Planet? And it's like the cheetah is on its way up against the gazelle. It's absolutely the gazelle.
It's easy to get a little dinner date, but as far as like dating, trying to, work towards something, it's very bad.
Dating isn't really the issue. It's more so getting past that dating phase and actually going into a relationship and actually being with somebody.
You're texting from the time I gave you my phone number up until the date, and then you want to go to a movie. I don't understand that.